God's grace, she finds the strength to rebuild her life. And then she takes her pain and turns it into a purpose, becoming a source of strength and guidance for other women trapped in similar circumstances. Or think of the man who battled addiction, whose nights were once filled with despair and hopelessness. Now, with God's help, he stands as a living testament to the possibility of freedom, dedicating his life to helping
Welcome
others
back
break
to
the
another
chains
episode of
of
No
one's
Filters.
family. Consider the parents who endure the unspeakable grief of losing a child, only to find that their own pain gives them a unique ability
I got a
to
little rest
console
today.
and comfort other grieving parents in ways no one else can.
All right, welcome back to another episode of No Filter, the realest show hands down deep. Hands downy, right? I meant hands downskis. Whew, what a revealing day it has been. Let's just say the journey to the top collective, it is revealing and it's tough and it's heartbreaking. People you think that are your friends, once again, same redundant message. You jump on people's lives, then they call you a bum. They say you're trolling. I was like, damn, thought I was your homie. That's crazy. Whew, man. But, yeah. So, how was everybody feeling? How was everybody's day today, first and foremost? Was it pretty revealing? Was it impactful? Do you feel like you were better? Do you feel like you're a better version of yourself than you were yesterday? Just have some popcorn. You know, when you get the kernels, you got to do the good old swishing around. Make sure the kernels don't be sliding up in the gum lines and causing infections. Those can be a BI. Oh, but tonight's download, I believe, is just, since I said I'm going to be on here daily, I was just over there thinking, I was like, I'm feeling an impulse to do a message for the collective. Let's just stem off of my earlier message about the breadcrumbs. Let me close this window first and foremost. It's a nippy. Chase. There we go. Whew. It's a beautiful thing when you're mysterious to a degree, because a lot of people, good, we're recording. Sometimes I hit record, go away, and then all of a sudden I come back and I'm talking for like 5-10 minutes. We're looking at it, I was like, it didn't record? Age dismissed? Okay, I got you. It didn't even tell me I'm out of storage. But it's good to be mysterious because it protects yourself. You know, you don't want to tell everybody everything because then they can... Let's just go back to the origin of everything. As long as I've been on YouTube or social media, I've been showcasing my life, my whole journey. And at this present moment now, I'm doing the same thing. But just like we all do to a degree, I feel like there's a lot of transparent people out here, but I feel like I'm probably one of the most transparent. Meaning I don't have a governor's pen. Whatever download I get from God, I will express. If I offend somebody, I'm sorry. God doesn't care who we offend because it's the age of truth. God is not in the business to hurt people. You know, God doesn't say, hey, let's just hurt this person. Let's hurt this person. This is like a mirror. This is just mirror season. Boom. So we can all take accountability for our actions. Like when I get on here and I'm mad and I'm doing so forth, I'm channeling my emotions, my passions, and after I hit, after I'm done the download, God lets me know I did a great job. And a lot of times confirmation, bitches. I did a great job, and I feel my heart's like, no, I don't feel like I did a good job. I don't like doing this. And God lets me know, okay, well, if you don't like doing this, go ahead and just continue being in the Matrix, then, because the Matrix loves sweeping things under the rug. The Matrix loves the atmosphere just to be okay. The Matrix loves an elephant in the room and nobody addressing it. Get what I'm saying? The Matrix just loves everybody just being comfortable the way they are, so we can just all be a smorgasbord of lost individuals. So the capitalistic system can benefit off of our lostness, and they can just keep on vacuuming the money out of our pockets because we don't know where we're going. So they just create businesses for whatever we're lost in. That person over there doesn't look like they know themselves. So let's just create an extra expensive place so we can false promise them that we're going to help them find themselves, but they're just getting you further away from yourself so they can have a reason to bill you every month so you can come in there for another session. So how was your session last week, Billy? Do you feel like we made any progress? And you're like, I really don't feel like I did. But you don't want to tell the psychiatrist that, because the psychiatrist is giving you that happy face, like they're excited, like something has changed on their side, so they want you to mimic them. You remember, it's a mirroring society. It's like we mirror each other. So if they're leaning in and ask you, hey, Billy, how's your session? Do you feel like we improved? Do you feel like you improved? Because I feel like I did. All right, it's a Jedi mind trick, witchcraft 101. Then you're sitting there wanting to be honest. Your first instinct's like, no, I don't feel like we improved at all. But a lot of people don't want to pull out that honesty because they want to keep that person happy. They don't want to get that person upset, and then you feel like you're going to get in an argument. A lot of people don't like arguments, so they'd rather just say something to keep it moving, right? Right. So that's the algorithm I've noticed within my family and friends for years. When I notice something's wrong, and if I'm at someone else's house and I'm just sitting back waiting for that person to address whatever's going on, because you just see the algorithm within the house if you see it. So I'm a people watcher. I've been a people watcher forever for some reason. And then you sit back waiting for that person to address the elephant in the room, and they don't, and everybody just acts like it's okay. But you see within their face the tension in the room is like thick, so thick you can cut it with a butter knife, yada yada. If I said that right. And you sit back, what the fuck? Well, I'm not. This is someone else's house. I'm not going to interject. So I'm just about to sit down and eat dinner with them. You ready for a plate, Alonzo? God, the potatoes smell so good. And I'm doing the same thing because I just want to eat a plate, right? So foul. So we've all been there and done that. You don't want to be in someone else's house when they slide you that good old plate of yams. Here you go, Al. By the way, I don't like the way your family algorithm is, man. You should have actually addressed such and such. You shouldn't be letting your Mama Dukes do this. She works 3 jobs. You guys are coming home, and you looking at her like she needs to do the cooking. And you guys been at home all day. I mean, what are you guys doing with yourselves? Oh yeah, and welcome for newcomers on No Filter. I made a vow to God to surrender myself and my whole vessel to God. So I am now a voice piece for God. No Filter means this is the realest show ever. We have nobody telling us how to control our actions here. If we offend you, we actually love the fact we do offend you, because that means you're going to go home and think about your life. Don't think about yourselves. Get yourselves together. Because right now we don't care what you think, because I told you guys earlier with the breadcrumbs. I'm sitting here telling you stories, campfire stories that are real. But I'm not telling you chronological orders, and then you guys ran away with false narratives. I sat back and was like, I told Brittany Cosmic Wifey a while ago, I was like, yeah, I'm setting traps for a lot of people. Okay, people are just running out here and just, I know Alonzo. I told you the 8 Mile. I told you everything about me, and I dropped the mic. I did tell you everything about me. But I didn't tell you all the specific details. I did tell you what happened. Okay, the shadow work, bada bing, go back, look at the videos. So I freed myself, and God now deemed me worthy, because I'm not withholding anything from the collective. If I'm going to be a life coach for you to help, and for the youth generation that I'm helping usher in with other elders that are doing the same thing I'm doing, I'm not the solo one doing this by far. So I don't want anyone to mislead my words. Oh, Lonzo, you said you're the only one? No. Shit. I am a student of life, and I have a lot of mentors out here that I'm still learning from. I don't know shit until God tells me what to say to you every day. That's why sometimes I lose my download. I'm like, so, right? So I'm not the only one that does this. I'm just here to voice my opinion. We don't care what we offend, because we need to change the algorithm up. I've been here for 43 cycles, and I am sick and tired of being sick and tired of seeing a lot of the same shit going on. And it's good for me to analyze myself, because I have a big heart. You know what I mean? The average person would have been gave up a long time ago. Now they're homeless, they would have been gave up. A lot of people keep on reassuring me that the shit I've been through, the average person have not been through. And I'm like, what are you talking about? People, a lot of people are homeless, yada yada. But to each their own. I'm not here to get pats on my back, but subconsciously I would like some. So I'm not gonna sit here in front. I would love somebody else to validate me. Well, they are. Yeah, my cosmic family do that every day. And we do that with each other because that's why we love each other. We're a true family. We're very comfortable within each other's skins. Within our own skin. Sounded like I was in some Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, we're comfortable within each other's skins. Let's get it, you know. No, not like that at all. I'm just saying that there's no shame in the collective's game. Okay, but it takes time to remove it takes time to remove identities that we're so comfortable with because we have associated with that identity so long that when we do look in the mirror, we sometimes look at the identity that we put on ourselves, which I like to call a Halloween mask, for so long that we really believe that is the version of ourselves that we truly identify with. That may be the case, but for a lot of us, we suppress so many memories that we would like to forget that the body stores it somehow, and it has to come out in a certain way. So, hence, like a lot of people that are quiet, like my dad, for instance, you know, a lot of people don't like speaking, and it comes out, you know, it could affect their health and so forth until we get boisterous, and then we release it, and then everything starts regenerating, I guess, or re-healing. So now everything's great since we're talkative now, you know, but everyone's story is unique, so I don't want to act like talking is just easy to do. It all depends on your environment, your surroundings, and it also takes a lot of bravery. And I was about to say I hate bringing up God, but no, I don't. God made us in this planet, so I do not hate bringing up God at all. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for God. I wouldn't be breathing, looking at you, talking, having my body functions, the veins popping out, all that, my ether. So I will be redundantly saying God unapologetically. And I'm proud I said that. Normally I wouldn't be saying that. I don't mean to be a Bible thumper. Shit. This Bible thumper is keeping our heart thumper. God is keeping our hearts thumping, so I'll be a Bible thumper all damn day without being preachy to you. I'm not going to force it to you, but on my channel, No Filter, which is a like-minded community, we should not be afraid to talk about the creator that made us, is all I mean to say. So I don't need all that. So yeah, here we welcome you to be truthful and honest so people won't run around with false narratives. It's going to happen regardless, but the more you vindicate yourself, the more liberated you feel. I feel liberated every time I hear somebody slandering my name through the mud, and I immediately jump on it. Hence, I hardly got any sleep. I got some rest. But when on your journey of self-development and creating a brand for yourself, it's very competitive. You can't just let people walk all over you. You can't. I won't let it happen. I finally have broke generational curses. I finally have broken algorithms that my ancestors could not do. And they gave me the strength and the magic to continue that journey. That's awesome. Some King Arthur shit. Just as an analogy. That's some fairy tale shit, man. That's why it's hard to sleep too. I'm so excited. I'm finally living a life of like debt free. It's fucking awesome. Especially how God said she's going to prepare a table in front of my enemies, and my enemies are going to be my footstools, and it's happening right in front of me. Wonderful. Wonderful. For real. The fact that I don't have to work again, fill out another application, wonderful. And all of this is possible for you all as well once you figure out whatever it is you want to do and you take that journey bravely. There's so many times I looked at celebrities like, man, I want to take that journey too. And my dad would always say, hey, why don't you go down to auditions for The Wire? Get up early, but I'll be up all night partying, smoking and drinking and then sleeping in till like 12 or 1 p.m. Getting up expecting to do something productive for the day. My dad would always just shake his head like, man, you're with piss poor planning. If you plan to fail for the future, then fail to plan or something like that. Yeah, man, it was just a lot of times he was giving me options to change my future, and I was just dismissing it, thinking I was going to be a rock star. I didn't need his advice, yada, yada. And it kicked me in the ass a lot of times, and I realized how many times he only wanted to prevent me from being a fuck up. And I had to be a fuck up a lot of times to realize, man, Dad and my stepmom were right all the time. Most of the time. Just like all parents, it's a learning experience, man. So we can't blame our parents. We just got to give them props and be grateful for what they did if we were fortunate enough to have parents. We just got to give props to whoever was that supporting figure, bottom line. And that's what the download's about. It's just about like figuring out who you are, no pressure. I was about to say, please stop lying, but yes, please stop treating people like they're not intelligent. Because you would like, it's very simple. You want to be treated with respect. And I already know what that answer is. You do want to be treated with respect, because if somebody didn't treat you with respect, what would you do? You would beat their ass or do something, right? Come on now. We already know what society we're living in. Like, you're really going to say, yeah, I want someone to treat me with disrespect. Come on now. So let's not be, man, that's crazy. Sorry, I just had a download of me in a taxi in Turkey. Sorry, I felt like I like quantum leaped. I was like, that's some deja vu shit. So we don't want to be that person that says, oh yeah, we'll allow disrespect. No, we wouldn't at all. So come on now. So what I was getting at with that is always defend yourself, dignity. Hence, if you're building a brand for yourself, you're not going to let nobody disrespect you and then take your position that you worked so hard to build. Especially if you have family and you have a mission in mind that is not just, I don't want to say small, because I don't like equating things to size. It's just that whatever's important to you, you wouldn't want somebody knocking you off your mission. A lot of big. Simple. So that's what I'm doing now. And I don't have I have a lot of support, God, but we're training our brains to believe in the unseen, having faith. So when you look around, you see your mentors and your supporters, your collective doing the damn thing, but we're all apart and different. We're all in different parts of the world. So it feels like you're lonesome, but you got God in your spirit. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here doing what we're doing. And without each other's help, we wouldn't be here doing what we're doing, because we're all one, right? Maybe Jason. So we have to respect that and give the proper credit due when it's due. So we won't sound like, oh, we're just doing it dolo. But in the human perspective, us having light bodies having a human experience, we tend to sometimes forget that. You're like, oh, we are by ourselves. So we're unlearning a lot of what we have learned. And we're adapting with the frequencies that are constantly changing. So you can feel like Tigger when you're going through your downloads. You can sit down for a minute thinking you want some relaxation, then the universe talks to you outside. And then you go outside and do some grounding. You come back in, sit down, then all of a sudden you get directed to another notification. God wants to speak to you. And God says, open the Bible. Open the Bible, read that. It's just so, I'm like, literally feel like Neo in the Eber-Kniezer. I said that right. Getting the floppy disk downloads and being in the dojo, then being in the city, and then jumping from rooftop to rooftop. And failing and just falling and just getting back up. It's just like baby J's, but it's awesome because you're training for the next mission of the unknown. So like everything I went through in life makes perfect sense once you know, you know. So I was like, man, but we're going to help you find yourselves, collective. It's just day by day being honest with yourself. Ask yourself where you have been dishonest with yourself. It's never too late. Remember, every day is the present, so it's a new beginning, and you want to keep in mind when you have your grand rising, tune in with God or tune in with yourself, with nature. Just have a peaceful moment for maybe a half hour, an hour before you start your day so you can set your intentions. That's what it is. We all want to set our intentions when we get up. We want to, when we go have our rest, we want to have a rest with positive intentions too. For instance, I like listening to theta wave beats, meditative beats, or rain and thunder, you know. It just helps me get in a tranquil state, and then I can astral travel a lot more. Or, you know, watch anything nostalgic like toy shows or video games, collectors, or History Channel, something that's, or manifestation affirmation, something that my subconscious is going to repeat while I'm in my astral REM phase, and then what is it? That information connects to my superconscious. If I'm saying that right, it bypasses my subconscious. Like visualization plus positive affirmation helps bypass your subconscious mind to connect with your superconscious mind, so you can help manifest that in your reality. Because your subconscious holds on to a lot of the logical information our brain captures through the day. For instance, we tell ourselves we're wealthy, but you look around your current situation, and that wealth, whatever wealth may equal to you, your current tangible environment may not equate to the number that you just said to yourself that equates wealth. So your subconscious mind is like, no, you're not wealthy at all. You don't even have that money in your account. Can you buy this right now? Then you start entertaining your logical side, hence the tangible side, versus your imaginative side, your creative spirit, your faith, believing in the unseen side. So you're blocking your own manifestations because everything's energy and frequencies. So when you get excited, what do you feel first? That excitement, butterfly feeling in the gut. Before you go on a date, you get excited, or before Christmas or your birthday, you get excited, right? You can't go to sleep because you're just anticipating that next day. So it's the same thing. When you feel that excitement feeling, that's your creation, because this is where the cosmos lie. This is where creation lies, is in the gut. You would think it's here, but this is our first brain. It's the gut. Second, boom, boom, boom. So we don't need to do anything. I highly recommend, if you want to get closer to source, the best way to say it is ask yourself, how can you be a better version of yourself, whatever that may be? Then start practicing those habits so you can become that better version. There's theories out here that says it takes 30 days to form a new habit, which I believe it is true, because when I was wanting to work out and do push-ups every morning or every grand rising, I would find myself doing 5 push-ups first day, and then the next day I push it to 10, and then your body's saying, no, stay in bed longer, but then you force yourself, like, no, get up and do it. And then after you push yourself and you do it, you change that algorithm. Then you find yourself compelled to do the new algorithm that you just formed versus the old way. When you find yourself sleeping in too long, you start feeling like something in the gut's like, nah, we gotta get up. Like, I've been training myself to go outside. I have a visual note with my ancestor's name on the wall next to my door, plus a note to myself saying, Alonzo, we will go outside 3 to 5 times a day and give praise to God and Mother Nature and your spirit team and your ancestors for allowing you the infinite life, the protection, the anointment, the clarity, the discernment, and the infinite creativity spirit, the love, joy, empathy, and so forth, and the healing abilities. So you will go outside, you will get out this house, and you'll get sunlight. You'll do your sun gazing, barefooted, grounding, rain, sleet, or snow. You'll go out there. Like this AM, it was raining, and it was like, hearing the raindrops in the AM. And I was looking out there at my old self. I was like, nah, just wait till the sun comes up. And I was about to walk back to the couch, and my gut was like, no, fuck that. We are alive because of nature, God. We're not going to neglect that. And God said to us, we have to get up and tune in to her word every day. Otherwise, we're neglecting the mission. And the more we neglect her word, the more we weaken our armor, we then allow the devil's manipulations and lies to creep in, because we didn't properly set our intentions in the AM with the proper security blanket, the proper security period shielding. We just woke up, we just had a grand rising. We're like, we didn't set our intention. We didn't say, we want to get this accomplished today. I want to get up with loving spirit. I want to get up with a manifestation mind frame. I have 3 things I want to accomplish today, and I'm not going to let nothing stop me today. I'm going to make it adventurous. And if the world challenges me in any form, shape, or format, I'm going to look at that challenge as a sign that I'm just that much closer to it. And I'm not going to let this obstacle stop me from getting my goal achieved. Like, make a game out of it, Instead of saying, oh, this is going to be too hard. Trick your brain. I'm so glad. I can't wait till my skin acclimates to this weather, man. It's just, every winter, it just dries up, and then springtime dry. Baby J's. Need some more lotion. So make games out of your adventures, so you can trick your subconscious mind versus making it as a chore. Make it as it's something fun. Another mind hack from Neotech, Dr. Frank Wallace, another mentor of mine. I wouldn't be thinking where I'm at if it wasn't for Neotech and Dr. Frank Wallace and Mark Hamilton, the whole crew, the whole Neothink crew, Immortalis. So yeah, they helped me with that perspective too. I was going to say something too. I kind of lost this about perspective. Yeah, I was talking about tell your brain it's a, when we're adults, how we create is, that's our fun. Like, we keep our inner child alive. When Neotech taught me this, it's like your Friday night essence. What do you like to do on your Friday nights when you wind down, right? This is a tactic that Neotech teaches. They teach us adults and people that are figuring themselves out in life what makes them happy. You may have heard this expression: if you find something you love, you'll never work a day in your life, right? Hence, I love that I finally just being creative, and I don't feel like I'm working. I'm an adult. I'm an adult creating. I'm kind of losing the term how it was, but it's basically saying adults keep their inner child alive by creation. The more they create, the more they stay alive. The fountain of youth kicks in, because that's what we're all built for. This planet's very simple when you think about it. What were we made for? To procreate, to have children and so forth, so we can tend to the earth, keep it functioning for the next generation, and so forth, rinse and repeat. So it's basically eat, fuck, and take care of the planet, bada bang, rinse, repeat, have a family, teach them love, so that can be regurgitated, become contagious, and this planet is just a loving source of individuals, making sure that we're providing the earth with love, so the earth can reciprocate that same love back to us. Same old thing. This planet wasn't meant for war or nothing like that, because otherwise, why would God make a planet if it was just made to be destroyed? And just think about it. But I'm going to leave on that download. We're already 29 minutes in. This may be the download for the AM, because, just maybe. At least your boy may need some rest. And this is just another collective. This is day two of class. So let me sum it up with the Zary Springer final thoughts. This download I would sum up as, if you want to figure out what your purpose is in this life, I would highly suggest first, ask yourself what makes you happy on Friday nights. And then when you find out, hey, I like watching movies, or I like playing video games, or I like going for walks, or I like talking to people and helping them. I'm an artist. I'm a photographer. Whatever you find yourself gravitating to on Friday nights, that is a heavy inclination, if I'm saying that word right. It's a good sign that that's something you could turn into a career. We'll end at tonight's or today's download. Whenever you land on this download, thank you again for all your support and giving me your time. Thank you for the likes and subscribes and your comments and so forth. But that's your homework assignment, spiritual homework assignment. Whatever you gravitate to on Friday nights, that is a sign of what you can turn into a career. And then we can figure out together how to turn that into a career, turn it into a mini company, a company without a country and so forth like that. And yeah, mini empires, all that good jazz. Many days, power thinking, meetings, and how to make everything that seems so complicated into a puzzle piece so everything's simplified. Okay? You can run an empire with a total of 5 people if you know what to do. So yeah, on that note, we're good to go. I forgot we all rolled this B. So if you want to be creative and build your brand, and anything's possible, you have to be brave, and you have to ask yourself, how can I be a better version of myself? And then that's where the dark shadow work comes in. Okay, you got to ask yourself some tough questions, and you can't lie to yourself, because we're not all perfect. So that's where the shadow work comes in. Okay, well, I'm not this. I can be better at this. I'm horrible at saving money, so I could actually take away this. Boom, 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 boom. We know what to do. And if you don't know what to do, then Oscorp Business will have it's like a consulting company, but it's basically everyone has consulting companies now. But I'm a life coach, so that's what I do anyways. If you would like to have a consultation with me, then we can set that up and we can have a one-on-one. And you can go to my bio and look up my Cash App, $ZODAWG81. No. My Cash App money tag is $ZODAWG20. So once I get everything set up, if you want some one-on-ones, then I'll break down the price and so forth. You guys can Cash App me on that. If you like to show support for the channel, No Filter, Think Differently, press start. Don't just get up, wake up with your boy Zoe Dog. Zoe's educational show and yada yada. Zoe's network, news network. I mean, there's so many shows I got out here. The Zoe Show. If you would like to show support for any of that for the collective, feel free to Cash at me so we can keep this thing going and make it even better. If you would like to be my sponsor, feel free to reach out to me as well. You can email me, DM me, and we can take it from there. We can talk about the levels of sponsorships you're offering and so forth. The tiers. You know, copper, silver, gold, yada, yada, platinum status, whatever you guys have. Send me the packages, and then we'll take it from there. But I love each and every one of you. Have a great AM, rising, positive, safe, stay prayed up. Always believe in yourself, because anything is possible. If your boy So can do it, which you always hear. If I can do it, you can do it. Trust me, look at me. Those that know, if I can do it, you can definitely do it. It's no excuses. And I'm seeing a lot of people motivated out here, which is awesome. I'm very flattered. It's awesome to be able to look at every algorithm and know that it's basically God's word that's being directed, and it's having an impact for an algorithm change for a match of frequencies for what this world is vibrating on. So it's very, it makes the heart flatter. If I said that right, but I love you guys. Take care. I love you women. I love you kids. Not in that way though. I love everybody. God be blissful.